Welcome to Free Live Tarot Readings. I'm Tarot Oracle and I do the readings.
It's 6:30. Time for the Tarot Oracle Show.
What is going on? Emma, Noir, Whispers Healing. We got Joan, YouTube user, Michelle, Andrew, Bartman. Let's see who else we got. We got Alishba, we got Claire, we got Yvette, and Jasmine, and Starseed. Welcome. Michelle, welcome. Good to see you. Joan. All right. I appreciate all the donations so far. We got 5. We got Bartman, Michael, YouTube, a user, and a couple on the PayPal. All right, let's get started with Bartman. Welcome back, Bartman. Welcome back. So general reading for June at D&D Tarot Deck. We're going to give the D&D Tarot Deck 2 weeks. I'm just saying. So I did get feedback. Somebody sent me some feedback. Maruta, welcome. Good to see you. Somebody sent me some feedback and they said, you know, the reading wasn't half bad. Like they wouldn't kick the reading out of bed. So I think that's important, right? I think it's important. Micah, we got Jasmine. Thank you for your donation. We got Joan Maruta. Already got that. All right, cool. Welcome everybody. We're doing the, tarot readings tonight. That's the way it goes. That's what we do. We do tarot readings. All right, general reading for June at Dungeons and Dragons. You will get Judgment, the Knight, and the Emperor. A couple of nice majors here. I mean, if you had to pick from the majors, I think these majors put a nice little sort of focus on that. A lot of good stuff in here. Judgment kind of says that June is a launching off point for something bigger, right? It's sort of a launching off point. It's getting into the water with the boat. You need the little ramp or what have you. But Judgment, the rebirth, the reincarnation kind of says this is a point of power. This is a point. The reason I say it is because the Emperor's also in here. Jasmine, thank you for your donation. But yeah, the Judgment with the Emperor kind of sandwiching over here this night. I really kind of think that you're at a point where you're ready for a reboot, and the reboot is going to give you some authority over what happens, and could be a situation where you did not have authority before. You sort of got into something, roped into it, then all of a sudden it was just not optimal, not the way that you wanted to go. I think at the end of the day, this means you have more power this time, more authority to do what you need to do. Emperor is a very strong card, especially next to rebirth, reincarnation. So second chances, right? Basically the second chance kind of thing. Then we have a Knight of Swords in between. A very small window, very small window. That's kind of interesting, just how minute, just how small, just how isolated this window is for you to get the second chance. So I think you need to definitely jump on it when you see it, because otherwise you are definitely going to miss out with all of that good stuff. So there's your D&D Tarot read. So hopefully, hopefully you liked it. Because I don't know if I'm going to keep the D&D Tarot. Maybe or maybe not. You never know. You never know. Mike is up here. What's going on, Mike? How will the test go? Mike's been studying. Mike's been studying. Let's do, by the way, the Gustave Dora Tarot. Veronica, thank you for your donation over PayPal. Yeah, we got this new tarot. It is spectacular. It is just spectacular. That is just absolutely amazing. So, you gotta read with it. We're gonna have to read with it a lot, is what I'm saying. Claire, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. All right, testing. How is it going to go? We got a Knight, got a 7, and got a Devil. In the test, there are a couple of just way out of left field questions where you're like, wait, what? I think this is sort of something that it was barely touched on. It wasn't really focused on for a long period of time, but it was either in the book, in a lecture, or something's going on with this particular question. It's like a very kind of light, not covered well piece. So I think that you need to dig through the material and look for this, in my opinion. Dig for the material, look for something that's kind of casual. It's not really focused on, but you want to memorize the little bitty pieces here and there, little side pieces, because the Devil says some of this is going to come back and it's going to hit you. And if you already study that and kind of know, just look in the corners of the information, the corners of the book, get a couple of those things in memory, I think you'll be on target. The problem is when things aren't on the main course, right? They're kind of a side dish. They're not on the main course. A lot of times we really don't focus on them. I think that's where you're going to get getting hosed with this, in my opinion. Linda, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. We got Jay Mad. We got, who else joined? Sure, Trellis, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Love Apples. It's been a minute. How you doing? But yeah, that Knight of Cups. overall, you're in a good place. So you can handle it. You can tackle this. Not going to be that big of a problem. But if you want to get the extra stuff, right? Get that Seven of Swords. Hit all of the little accessories, all the little side notes, and don't let the devil hit you in the butt. Study those as well. Get your main course. Get the side dishes. Get an all-around thing. And I think that's where you're going to do well. Overall, I think you're going to do quite well. But that is going to give you a little bit more of an oomph as you sort of get in there as like what I really need to do. What I really need to focus on. I think that's going to be it. Anyway, in my opinion there. All right, YouTube user's got a question numero uno over here. YouTube user wants to know something. I have no idea what YouTube user wants to know. It did not come across. I don't know why. Let me scroll up and find the question. Let's see what's going on. Question number one. I have an interview with somebody with P. How will it go? Okay, let's find out how will it go indeed. Hopefully you got a good interview coming up. All right, let's see. CSR. Customer service representative. What kind of things are we going to get in there, right? Chartrelis, thank you for your double shot donations tonight. I appreciate you. What kind of things are we going to kind of hit with this? JMAD and Ann, what is going on? Ann snuck in here. What are you doing, Ann? How are you doing tonight? All right. Okay. Got an interview with Piter tomorrow for CSR position. Low pay, but I'll learn skills. How will it go? All right. I mean, that's kind of something, you know, pick up some skills and be able to sort of go forth and get something extra, get something bonus with all of that. Eight of Cups says you're not going to stick around. I mean, you're just not going to stick around for it. This is something where it's low skill, but it's so low skill, you're just not feeling it. You're like, oh, I'm just not feeling it. I'm not excited. It's not something I really want to deal with. Three of Wands says you're looking almost immediately for something else, right? It's just really like, okay, that is a little bit too much. It's like bagging groceries at a grocery store or something. It's just not something I want to do. Three of Wands says I'm searching, I'm seeking, I'm scanning for anything else. I'm ready to go. Ready to go. Eight of Cups says, screw this, I'm out of here. I mean, you know, Nine of Wands, you had enough of this. You've had enough of the low-paying job. You need something that's decent. You need something with big opportunities. You need something that can engage your enthusiasm, engage kind of who you are, your skill level, and just make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Lonnie, welcome. Good to see you. Chartrelis, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate that. But yeah, you're not going to be around at all. You're not going to be there very long at all. You're going to be like, you know, I'm out of here. You got two challenging cards right in the middle. That's what I'm saying. Veronica is here. I got a donation tonight. Veronica wants to know, well, Andrew the Virgo. Okay, hopefully not Andrew. Okay, Andrew. Okay, Andrew the Virgo, reach out and win. All right, let's see about Andrew the Virgo. What is Andrew Virgo doing? Are they going to reach out? Are they not going to do it? Like, what is their focus? Where are they? Where, you know, kind of, you know what I'm saying? Kind of where they're at. Where are we at? What's the level set here? Is this going to be something we could do? Queen of Coins, you got a Four of Wands and a Three of Swords. I mean, if you're looking for them reaching out, I do think that they will reach out. It's going to be a while. It is going to be a while, right? The Queen of Coins says I kind of settled with my own routine. I know what I got going on. I do my own thing. Chartrelis, thank you for your other donation. I do my own thing. I go my own way. Queen of Coins, I'm pretty content where I'm at. Four of Wands, I do miss you a little bit, right? Three of Swords says I'm not willing to reach out right now. Maybe later. Maybe later. If you're looking for when to reach out, I think it's going to be a good while. I think it's going to be at least 2 months before they reach out. In my opinion, I think it's going to be a minimum of 2 months before they do reach out. But that Four of Wands kind of hits them, right? I kind of like, you know, the feel, kind of like where we were, what we were doing, and what have you. Lonnie, thank you for your very generous donation. I appreciate that. All right. Back to the super chats we go. We got quite a few super chats tonight. Thank you all for your very generous support. Jasmine's coming in with a double shot. Why did N contact me out of the blue? Now we know where N has been. Okay, should I block N and talk to him again? Why did they contact me out of the blue? Is this something that I kind of want to deal with, or is this something I kind of want to skip at this point, right? I think we're kind of going to go. With a little bit of this deck over here. Wizard's Tarot. If you don't have this one, it is spectacular. I mean, they are real and they are spectacular is what I'm saying. I just like it. I just like it. So, yeah. Why did N contact me out of the blue? Maybe they missed you? Let's see. Two of Wands, Eight of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. They couldn't before. Ooh, that's an interesting twist. Maz, thank you for your donation. They couldn't before. Why couldn't they? Oh my, Jasmine's got an interesting thing going on here. They couldn't before. Oh, wait a minute. Should I unblock in and talk to them again? Oh, well, that's why they couldn't. Eight of Swords says they couldn't. They just couldn't. You know what I mean? They just couldn't before. So, yeah, Eight of Swords says they were restricted with this. This is something to where it's just that time. It's that time for them to contact you. They feel it. There's something, they're seeing you. They're thinking about you. It's just that proper, appropriate time to where they're like, I need to contact this person. I need to do it, right? Eight of Swords says I couldn't do it before. I think they had this before, but they're like, nah, I really want to get around it. Overall, the Wheel of Fortune, so they want to get back to normal. They want to get back to the day-to-day things. They kind of like where we were, what have you. Two of Wands says, again, they had some dreams, kind of had some memories of you and things like that. So they're kind of excited about what's going on, about potential, like what you think, if you wanted to do that. Now, should you unblock them? That's kind of up to you at that point. I mean, again, it's just somebody that's been thinking about you. It just feels like that time. And I think a lot of people go for that, right? You just get the feeling that it's that time, that you sort of need to be there. You need to have some activities with this. The Lovers, again, they're here. I think you should unblock them and give them a shot. Give them a shot, right? Give them the old love. You know the love balloon. Jasmine's been around. You know the love balloons over here. YouTube user, thank you for your donation. You know the love balloons. Lover says give and one more shot. I think that's very important, okay? Because the Seven of Cups says if you had a bunch of people to choose from, this person's not that bad. I mean, they're not that bad. Queen of Wands says, if nothing else, just you can date them with somebody else. You don't have to be dedicated, what have you, right? To get a little Queen of Wands here, multitasking, being in charge. I think you being in charge is the key point now. You want to be in charge of this interaction. You don't want them leading this because this is your time if you're going to give another shot. Sure, Charles, thank you for your gazillionth donation. Working that credit card tonight. All right, Claire wants to know, should I go to Manhattan even though crime has been, I don't know. I mean, if we got some crime, we got some criminal kind of thing going on over there. We need to, you know what I'm doing, my friend. You know where I'm going with this. Manhattan is going to be either This Might Hurt Tarot or it's going to be, where'd it go? The Poe's really singing to me right now. The Poe's singing my song. The Poe is singing my song right now. We need to understand if the Poe is going to be pretty accurate for this because crime seems to be up. We're back to the 70s, right? We're high crime in New York, gas shortages. I mean, the 1970s are here to stay. I mean, if you like it, just put on some Sound of Silence, some, Simon and Garfunkel. What other 70s bands? Maybe some Creedence Clearwater Revival. I don't know. Anyway, crank up the 70s bands, my friends. Crime's up, gas is short. We're back to the 70s. All right, should I go to Manhattan even though crime has been up? Oh man, Wheel of Fortune. It looks okay. It does look okay, right? Seven of Pentacles, though, said you definitely need to hold on to your money. Pickpocketing is going to be your biggest issue, in my opinion. I think pickpocketing is going to be your biggest issue. You got multiple ways to prevent, kind of the pickpocket thing going, but I think pickpocketing will be your biggest issue here. I think you should go anyway, right? Just be cognizant. Hold on to your stuff. Don't go in like 2 a.m. just wandering around. That's probably not the big thing. So that's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. Anyway, the Five of Cups is ultimately, I think you'll be just fine. You'll be just fine. You see all the crime things on TV and whatnot, but reality, there's a gazillion people. 99.99% of them are just nice. They're going to be just fine. So yeah, don't go out, wearing 7 Rolexes at 2 a.m. Obviously, just, use some freaking common sense there. I think you'll be just fine. I think that is going to be a thumbs up. You'll be just fine. I don't think they're going to isolate you from the other gazillion people over there. So, that is it. That is it. Sir Charles has been waiting on me all weekend. Sir Charles, it's good to see you too. I appreciate you hanging out with us. All right. Let's see what else is going on. Lover join. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. All right. We got the Sir Trellis Six shot, the sextuple shot. Got the sextuple shot for Chartreuse. Now we're gonna bounce around, gonna get all the Chartreuse in one shot. One shot, Chartreuse done. All right, let's do it. June General. Let's get that done. What's a good deck? I think the Wizard, Wizard. Maybe the Wizard or the, I don't know. We're going to go with this one. We're going to go with the Wonder World. I'm going to go with the Wonder World. I think it's going to be on target right here. Let's make it happen. All right. Let's make it happen. Jasmine, how do we donate if we don't have PayPal? Jasmine, I accept Super Chat. So go ahead and click the little monetary button, little $ down there, and make it happen. Make it rain, Jasmine. Jasmine's going to make it rain up in here is what I'm saying. All right. I mean, we got all the Super Chats. Okay. June General. Five of Swords, Ace of Swords, and Justice indeed. Be interesting. I mean, it'd be interesting. Five of Swords says it doesn't go well the first week. You just have a bad week. You just have a challenge week on the June. Just going to be kind of like what's going on, what's happening, why can't anything just sort of work and function the way it needs to, what have you. Five of Swords says we're just going to challenge the first week. The rest of it isn't too bad. But the Ace of Swords says the communication is going to be your big key. Because I think you got somebody new coming in. You got somebody sort of very interested in you all of a sudden from nowhere. They're just like suddenly interested in you. I think it's sort of a fascinating overall thing. Ace of Swords into Justice. I don't know how much you want to dedicate into this. I don't know how much you just kind of want to dedicate into this. Just be aware that first week is kind of challenging. You got somebody new coming in. They're definitely sort of, communicating with you. They definitely have some interesting things kind of coming in there, but I wouldn't put too much effort into the new communication. Is Mrs. D a good friend for me? I mean, everybody loves Mr. D. I don't know. Let's find out. Mrs. D good for me. I mean, maybe. Eight of Wands, Three of Cups of the 10th. I think they're fine. I think they're fine. We got a thumbs up on this. They seem just fine, right? You got an Eight of Wands. It's time to sort of get Mrs. D and, get him down there. Three of Cups, talking about the celebratory, the good friends, hanging out, being all sorts of good stuff. And the 10 of Cups, right? Happy home, happy family. I think they become a staple in your life. I like Mrs. D. I like Mrs. D indeed. Ninja, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Your life feels horrendous. I can't take it anymore. Well, Ninja, welcome. I mean, you're around friends over here, Ninja. All right. Man, I love the Ninja Blender. The Ninja Blender is just tight. Should I apply to drive at Walmart in August? Okay, making a little Walmart door-to-door deliveries. That sounds kind of fun. Doing the neighborhood good with that. Everybody loves those Walmart deliveries because you don't got to wait in line at Walmart. You don't got to see the weird, sometimes the odd people that are there. And I mean, that's the way it is. Anyway, the Nine of Swords, we got an Ace of Cups and the Five of Wands. I would go ahead and apply. I don't really think this is something you're going to do long term. Anyway, I think if you want to drive, you just I want to get out, I want to make some driving kind of thing. I think either Amazon or some other kind of thing is going to be a little bit better for you, in my opinion. Nine of Swords says this may not be the right fit for you. I would go ahead and apply and kind of see where this is going and whatnot. I'm a trucker. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. But yeah, I would go ahead and apply. I just don't think this is the right thing for you. Five of Wands is like, nah, I'm not really sure if I want to do that. This just doesn't seem ideal for you, right? It doesn't seem ideal. You got the Ace of Cups. I think it's something maybe you should try. Maybe you should give it a shot. Just don't sort of commit. Don't sort of dedicate with that. Lonnie, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Overall, the Nine of Swords, this is just not a good fit. It's not a good fit for what you want to do or how you want to do it or whatnot. So overall, just not a good fit at all, in my opinion. Anyway, all right, going to the next one. Sure, Charlie's coming out. Is the situation discussed with Mrs. D a good idea? All right, maybe we have some bargaining chip going on. Maybe we have some idea, something happening, some sort of new innovation or something like that. Maybe. Four of Coins, Ten of Swords, and the Eight of Coins. Be careful, but yes. Be careful, but yes. I think it needs to be tweaked. I think right now it is more on Mrs. D's side than yours, right? The Four of Coins, it says hanging on to what you got is definitely something here. You don't want to get in a situation where you're dedicating too much, you're doing too much for it. Ten of Swords says definitely be cautious, be careful, and don't be afraid to back out. Don't be afraid to back out. There's some information you don't know yet that is going to come to light, and when it does, you're going to be like, oh my. So definitely get that information first, because it could be a Humpty Dumpty fell off the wall here. Eight of Coins is overall, if it's tweaked a little bit, I think it'll work okay. I think this is good to work together with that, but I think the situation will be all right. Situation could be all right as long as it's tweaked a little bit. Iridescent, welcome. Good to see you. All right. Yeah, sure, Charles, with two more. When will R be out of my way at work? All right. And then when shall I plan Ken's birthday together? Okay. When will R be out of my way at work? Is it going to be anytime soon? Nine of Cups, Ace of Coins, and the Page. They're not going to be there long. I think this is going to be a very short-lived kind of thing. Ace of Coins says there are better things to do, better opportunities. R is going to get out of there. R is going to escape. Overall, Nine of Cups says the situation works out the best for you. This is something where it does work out nicely. You feel like everything works better. It feels like a lot of things are just more smooth. And overall, the Page of Swords just says, yeah, they're not just going to be in the way that long. They're not good at being in the way. And overall, you're kind of ready to sort of scoot them away from you and get them out of the way. I think that's going to be a good thing indeed. Now, should I plan to spend Ken's birthday together? Well, happy birthday to Ken is what I'm saying.
Happy birthday!
All right. Should Ken and you spend a little birthday action together? Absolutely. Look at the Queen of Swords is here. Queen of Swords is very nice indeed. Love me some Queen of Swords. I do. The Queen of Coins. I do. The Queen of Coins kind of says together forever. This is something where together we're more powerful. Together we have more. Together we have collected better things than sort of being separate. The Chariot says make a move and get on over there. It's going to be fine indeed. And the Four of Swords says, just make sure you're not committing to too much, but yeah, I think you should go. A Chariot says definitely let's go, right? Let's go together. Let's make it happen. Queen of Coins says we're better together. So I think that is going to be a thumbs up indeed. All right. Woo, that was a lot of reads in a row. Got the Shirtless action happening. And now back to the regular scheduled programming. Okay, we did the crime in Manhattan already. Now we did J-Mat. Where are things headed between KP and I? Should I even bother? Or should I let it go like on Frozen? Or like, what are we going to do here? I mean, all right. We're going to go for this one. It's been a hot minute since y'all have seen this on the stream, and it is time for some light seers. It is time for some light seers. I think that's going to be kind of where we're at tonight because I'm ready. I know y'all ready. I'm ready. I just think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be fantastic. All right. Let's see what's going on. See you in 2 weeks. Shirtless, good luck. We will see you again in 2 weeks, my friend. Always good to see you. Have a fantastic time. All right. Where are things headed between KP and I? Should I bother? Woo! The Lovers, the Emperor, the Six of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles. It's headed straight to the top. It's headed straight to the top. This looks so good. J-Mad, I literally think this is your best reading you've ever had. I mean, like of all the readings I've done for you, J-Mad, this is the king. This is the top. This is the pinnacle of the mountain. Six of Wands, the Lord of Victory. You got the Emperor sort of getting in there, making it happen, and, sort of leading the charge at some point here, too. You got to be in charge, right? The Lovers is the one that makes everything so much better. You just can't get any better than the Lovers card. The Emperor card being next to it, just straight up bananas. Queen of Pentacles says there's a lot of work to do, but there are some good things to work towards, right? Anyway, J-Mad's like really confused right now, but I mean, KP, I don't know if KP is working for you right now, but Jesus. As far as the tarot goes, now J-Mad, it's an entertainment purposes only, but I'm just saying that's a clean win for tarot. That is a clean win. That is like home run out of tarot. Like it knocked it out of the park. It didn't even touch the stands. It sort of bounced off the back thing and went out of the park. Violet Lotus, Big Cleo, and YouTube user, thank you so much for your donations. I appreciate that. I mean, I'm just saying, as far as tarot goes, that is a clean win. That's your best reading you've had. This is like the best reading you've had. I mean, you know, the way it goes. And I know it sounds like it's confusing according to your reaction, but I mean, I'm just telling you what's there. Telling you what's there. B's reaction. Once the project is finished and shown to the community, what is B gonna do? Man, B's ready to party. B's ready to celebrate. B's ready to party. B feels like that it was either a team player thing. Ling, I thank you very much for your generous donation. I appreciate that. It feels like they're a team player. They're ready to go. They're ready to produce this. They're ready to show it to the world, and they are ready to be happy. They're ready to be happy. So I think that's it. 3 of Cups. Very, very good indeed. All right, let's put this up. Get another deck of cards, because that's what we do. We're going to go to the Tarot Tower. We're going to go through all of the decks tonight. We're just going to have some good fun time, right? We need to lift this damn thing up. Okay. By the way, if you haven't seen this show before, this is my Tarot Tower. My Tarot Tower. If you haven't seen this show before, too, you need to like and sub, is what I'm saying. Why would you like and sub, you ask? We got the only tarot news program on the freaking internet. I just released it. I cover all of the good decks, all of the fun stuff. We got lessons. We got daily streams. We got all sorts of cool stuff. We got behind the readings sometimes. If you go to the Patreon, you get even more stuff. So Patreon link over there if you're interested. Big Cleo, thank you for your donation. We're coming out with, tomorrow, we're coming out with a guide to the Tasty Tarot, right? A guide to the Tasty Tarot. I'm going to go through all the cards. I'm going to tell you why they're there, what they do, how you should read with them, and all of this other stuff. So ultimately, I think that's going to be a fantastic little fun thing to do. Lonnie, speaking of fantastic and fun, is next. And Lonnie wants to know, what is the Gemini's feeling about me? Will they reach out again soon? You've had mixed reactions for this Gemini. Bottom line, you've had mixed reactions for the Gemini. Hot, cold, you never kind of know. Let's go over here to the Tarot Tower. Let's get sort of the de facto thing that we need over here, because that's going to be the Modern Love Tarot. Modern Love Tarot makes it happen. There's a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff with this deck. Absolutely love it. By the way, tomorrow we're going to do the... Can this thing end? Okay. We're going to do the Art of Adventure Tarot. And the next day after tomorrow, we are going to do the Knights Templar Tarot. So we got, this is a Kickstarter. I'm not sure who has it or who doesn't, but I have it. Knights Templar was sold out for a little bit. I think now it's back in stock on the news. I kind of went over there and was like, is it back in stock or kind of thing? And it sounds like it. All right, so let's go with this. What's a Gemini feeling? Lisa, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Okay. Man, Gemini, hot and cold. I think that's kind of the feel that you've gotten, and kind of the feel that the tarot has thrown out here with the Gemini. Hot, cold, definitely not consistent. A little bit of an inconsistency here. 5 of Pentacles next to the Sun. See, this is kind of the thing, right? And this goes towards what I put in my book. In my book, right, you're talking about tarot guidance. You're talking about the Sun next to the 5 of Pentacles. The 5 of Pentacles, traditionally a cold, snowy, wintry card. Neve, welcome. But then the Sun warms it up. The Sun cures a lot of the negativity. The Sun negates a lot of the bad things kind of from this card. It gives you more of an overall, more of a rounded feel to that. So again, we're looking at hot and cold. I think it's hot right now. Okay, you got the Sun into the 5 of Pentacles, kind of ruining the cold side. Making it a little bit warmer, making it a little bit more tepid kind of a temperature here, because the Queen of Cups says emotions are coming back around. And you're kind of like, oh, I'm kind of interested, kind of feeling it. I think kind of feeling it is something you're going to get, because I think the duality of your Gemini is literally a thing. Like, you know, some people are like, Gemini doesn't have a lot of duality. I think yours does. Again, hot and cold, never kind of know what's going on. Queen of Cups says we have that passion, we have that swelling of emotion, and kind of excited with that. Overall, 8 of Wands says they will reach out again soon. I think this is something that's just a cinch. Not going to be a problem at all. Eight of Wands is a big movement card, sudden movement card. Emotions swelling up, need to take some action. Sun is negating some of the cold side that they had. And, they're back to, I guess, tepid, trending toward warm. I can't. Tepid trending toward, is that a thing? Is that a thing? Maybe. Lonnie also wants to know, do I have any love possibilities coming anytime soon? By the way, I'm skipping around to do everybody's reading all at once, right? So if you're Lonnie, you get all your readings at once. If you're Chartrellis, you get all your readings at once. You're not kind of, so, I mean, if you're in the middle there, I did not forget about you, I promise. I just want to do everybody's all at once because I think that's better in the long run, right? I think it's better in the long run to do it this way. Because a lot of people are here for a limited time. They don't want to sit around for 9 readings to get their second reading, I think. That's my thing. So in case you wonder, like, why is he jumping? That's it. That's it. A lot of people don't have a lot of time. People are busy. So knock out all your readings at once. Make it happen. Get you the information so you can go about your day. Right? Do you have any love possibilities coming anytime soon? You do. Magician, Queen of Cups is back. King. Oh, okay. The Queen and the King of Cups is interesting. It's interesting indeed. Catherine, thank you for your donation. Appreciate that. You are blue. Okay, cool. When you're looking at something interesting, right? Well, you got a queen and a king combo over here. I think you are looking at obviously a water sign sneaking in here. Obviously a water sign kind of sneaking in, kind of seeing what's going on, kind of getting the temperature of this. Overall, I think you do have a person coming in. I think it's going to be pretty interesting, pretty exciting for you. This is somebody who's pretty chill, pretty relaxed, right? Pretty relaxed with that. Blue, I got your PayPal. Thank you so much. You are in the queue. You got like 7 in front of you, but you're in the queue. So you can be a little patient. It is the Tarot Oracle Show. The magician says, this is somebody who's hard to catch, okay? I mean, I'm just saying, somebody hard to catch. I think that's sort of the trigger point here. How much effort are you going to be able to put into it? How much time do you have for this? Because it is somebody that's difficult to sort of catch, settle down, and what have you. Hierophant says they take things a little bit too seriously for being a water sign. I mean, hashtag not all water signs. Okay, let me do it again. Hashtag not all water signs. But this is somebody that's a little too serious to be a water sign. They definitely approaching things a little bit more progressively, a little bit more seriously. Magician with the Hierophant, right? Like super, super serious about too much. Overall, I think you do have somebody coming in. I think it's going to be a fantastic, kind of an interesting thing there. Oh man, water sign. I'm not picking up Pisces. I'm not going to guarantee it's a Pisces or anything. I'm not really picking up Pisces, but I don't know why. I just had a thing with a Pisces all of a sudden. I don't know what's going on with that. Joe, welcome. Good to see you. How you doing? And Paula snuck in. Paula, what you doing tonight, Paula? Paula, it is so good to see you. Paula's like our regular of all regulars. You know, it's great. In fact, Paula is like the most regular of all regulars in the history of regulars. Paula, we just love you. Paula, we just love you. All right. Anyway, all right. Throw Paula up there. There we go. All right. Anyway, that was a good read. Oh man, maybe a Pisces. Definitely something interesting. Maz is interesting too. Okay, what do we got? Barnes was something. Maz wants to know, how in the world did Barnes get that job? I don't know who Barnes is, but or is it Bams? I don't, from the screen. The screen's kind of far away, but that's it. Anyway, I don't know what's going on with Bams or Barnes or whatever it is. How did they get the damn job? Maybe. Okay. Oh wow, they know somebody. Maz, they know somebody. It's always good to know somebody. I'm telling you now. I have what Jesus. Well, that was a big donation. Thank you for that very generous donation. I appreciate you. Karina, let me know what your question is. Thank you for the seriously generous donation. Every time that I've seen a job be posted somewhere, the first thing anybody does is they go, yo, you know anybody? I got an opening for a .NET app developer. I got an opening for some DBA SQL. Do you know anybody? First thing they say, knowing people is really good. Is really good for doing anything, getting a job, making it through life. Just the more people you know, the better off you are. And it's just sort of people will help you get jobs. People will help you do all of that, right? People will help you. Karina, I got your donation. Thank you so much. Karina, let me know what your question is. Let me know what your question is. Type it up and I will figure it out. But yeah, people will support you. People will prop you up for that, but they just know somebody, right? I mean, you know, King of Swords, you got to know the right people in the right positions and the right power. And that makes it happen. Makes it happen. I can't tell you how many damn jobs. Somebody just comes up to me. They go like, yo, we got a .NET app developer. You know anybody? It's like, dude, I mean, I did know people, but like I'm running out of people because everybody's getting hired. So I'm running out of people that need a job. Anyway, Julie, thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate that. By the way, we're up to 40 donations. So if you're in the queue, you may have to wait a little bit. You may have to wait a little bit longer than expected. Anyway, YouTube users coming in here. All right, starting hybrid work next week, 3 days in the office. Will it make it more tolerable? Question 2. Will anything make your job more tolerable, YouTube user? I mean, seriously, YouTube user, you're your wit's end. You're just like, you're ready. You're ready. You got that chariot, that 8 of wands, that 9 of swords feel combo in there. Man, it's nice to be at home though. You roll out of bed and you log in. Let's get just a pure cheer for that. I mean, come on. That is just fantastic. You roll out of bed at the home at the 4 of wands and you just log in. No traffic, no frantically trying to find some coffee, no flat tire on the freaking freeway. When the freeway, when they're doing construction and there's no emergency lane, instead you got the big concrete blocks on both sides, and then your tire goes flat, and then you're the person on the news, right? It's like, well, we got a 90,000 mile wait because somebody had a flat tire. Look, why did you put a big concrete thing on the side of the road? What are you going to do when are you going to get? What are you going to do? Anyway, but the Ace of Pentacles says it's going to be just fine. You're going to love it. You're going to enjoy it. You got a little party going on. You can have a little cocktail, a little beverage, and working from, I think it's going to be just fine. It's going to make work a lot more tolerable because rolling out of bed versus having a flat tire with those concrete things up and you can't, I'm just saying, there's a clear win. There's a clear winner here, and it is not going to work is what I'm saying. Linda knows what I'm talking about. Linda is up next. Linda says, yo, how do I let tarot cards tell me the answer as opposed to manipulating the cards to say what the hell I want to hear? Linda, it is the existential question, right? It is. And I think for a question this serious, for a question this prominent, we need some kitties. We need some kitties, okay? We just need some cats. All right. How do I let the tarot give me the answer instead of shoving my own answer into there? That's a good question. Let's see what the tarot says about that one, because that is always going to be an interesting combo there. The Death card. Oh my. You got to be not afraid of being wrong. There's the big thing. You got to not be afraid of being wrong. Queen of Cups says you got too much emotion tied into this. You're like, it's got to be just dead on. It's got to be number one. It's got to be number one. That's your first step. Right? Your first step is get the emotions out of it because you don't need to be tied to the outcome. You don't need to be connected to the outcome emotionally. Be like, oh my God, I was wrong. The reality is, if you were right in every single tarot reading, you would already be playing the lottery and you'd be a gazillionaire, okay? Because you win the lottery like 72 times. So you're not. So tarot's not right all the time. Let's get real. But the Queen of Cups says you have to remove that expectation. You have to remove that passion for that. I think that's the big thing here too. 8 of Pentacles, just like Mass says, practice, and more. Just like anything, right? Just like anything, you just have to practice. If you're painting, you got to move the brush. If you're reading, you got to put down the cards. You got to practice. You're playing piano, you got to press the keys. there's nothing you can do. It's going to make you better until you press the piano keys. You move the paintbrush. You put down the tarot cards. Okay? Eight of Pentacles. Got to keep working on it. Got to keep practicing on it. And the Temperance just find that balance between it's okay, here, and it's okay for them to communicate. Because I think it's kind of like intuition, right? The more you listen, the more the tarot talks. So I think that's it. I think that's it indeed. Anyway, Death card says just make some alterations. You don't have to change everything. Just make a couple of tweaks. A couple of tweaks makes the world go round. Lisa knows what I'm talking about. Lisa wants to know a good question. Lisa always has the best questions. What beliefs about myself are holding me back? You know why? You know why Lisa's asking this? Because Lisa has heard me. Lisa has heard me talk so many times, okay? I bought every single channeled book. Every single channeled book that exists. I bought it. And I read them all. Every single book, from Messages from Michael to James Robert Seth to Ramtha to Course in Miracles to everything. I read all of them. And the interesting thing about all of that crap is every single one of them said that your beliefs and your expectations create your reality, and what you're seeing ain't totally real. Which kind of freaked me out because I read that when I was like 15 years old, right? But I'm just saying, your beliefs, your expectations create your reality. Who says so? That's very freaking weird that every single channel of books is the same damn thing, but they do. Now, Lisa knows this. That's why Lisa's asking, what beliefs about myself are holding me back? The King of Cups. Not having the passion, right? I think the more passionate you are, the more excited you are, the more experimental you are with things. With the King of Cups, you just have to understand, okay, that is your key. Because passion this is huge key to the world. It is, right? Because you look at creative visualization, Shakti Gawain, right? You look at another book. I need to get all my books in front of me, but another book talked about basically overemphasizing passion, and what you're super passionate about, what makes you just excited all the time is basically what you become, right? So if you're excited about success and things like that, or if you're worried all the time about stuff, and worrying is the big thing you need to just get rid of. I think that's it. Ace of Wands says you don't really believe that you can start something and be good at it, okay? Because like, let's say, I don't know, let's say drawing, okay? A painting, right? A painting. So this is a painting, and it was from a course. This is a painting from a class. He gave me permission to use it. Thank you so much, Michael James Smith. This is a painting from a class. It took me about an hour and a half. Does it look photorealistic? Yes, it does. But it only took me an hour and a half to make because, I just sort of learned. I just sort of did what he did. And the second time I tried it, it looked great. Now, if you told me that I could do this before I started the class, I'd be like, no. But the thing is, you got to do an Ace of Wands. You have to know that you can start something and be good at it. Maybe not immediately, but eventually. And after a few times, I was able to make photorealistic paintings like this and other stuff. But it's just because somebody taught me. And there's a lot of things that you could get into if you found the right teacher, if you found the right things that you can get into. It's just a matter of being taught. Can you go and do photorealistic paintings by yourself? Maybe not. Somebody teaches you? Probably so. Anyway, the Nine of Cups. It is all about making the right selections, right? Don't feel restricted. You're not really restricted. And I think you see yourself as restricted a lot of times. And in reality, you're just not. But, way it is. It's about life lessons and what things like that. Anyway, that's how you go. All right, Violet Lotus is next. Oh, wait a minute. Is Violet Lotus next? No, actually. YouTube user is next. Will manager Sarah give me 2 or 3 rating update? Is this a throwdown? Is that what it is?
Time for a tarot throwdown.
I can do a throwdown. I can do a throwdown indeed. Let's get a throwdown. Let's get a throwdown. Blue wants to know when their turn is. Blue. Well, Blue, you are going to be after Ling the Aries. So you got 3 before you. And then we're going to do Catherine. We're going to do Karina. We're going to make it happen. We are going to make it happen. We're going to make it happen. All right. Expect talent has something to do with it too. I'm not really talented. I mean, I never picked up a brush before. It's like it's not something that I'd ever tried before. So I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe have some past life I painted shit. I don't know. Anyway, manager, give me a 2 or a 3 rating. 3 wins indeed. Wild World Tarot. Thank you so much for your donation. The 3 just wins, right? You got science. Science kind of says that this is a winner. This is something I'm able to do. This is something that I get. This is something that I deserve. So I think you get a 3 rating update. And that's pretty much it. Pretty much the easy thing there. Now, in case you're wondering where you're at in the queue and the PayPal and stuff, it is kind of confusing. I know, it's busy. Okay, you're after Ling the Aries. Okay, we got Violet Lotus, and then we got Ling the Aries, and then we're off to PayPal, my friends. Emma is up in the house. What is going on, Emma? Good to see you. So, Blue, you got like 2 before you. All right? No, you got 3. You got 3 before you. I try. I need a better system. And YouTube needs a better system to make this easier on me. The problem is, I did write something to give me PayPal reading alerts up here. And the first time it came up and showed people's real name, they were mad. They were very angry because they didn't want their real name displayed up here. So I turned that off. And I spent like a day, Andrew, making that crap. I had it to where it would scan my PayPal account. When it saw something new come up, it would pop up here immediately. And then it would insert itself in my app at the correct position. Anyway, turns out that people don't like their name being displayed for everyone to see. Who knew? Anyway, we're off to PayPal right now. I know y'all are waiting. You're like, dude, all right, Blue is first, right? Blue is up next. And Blue just wants to know, okay? Francis, let's see. Francis feelings. Does he feel something for me? Or is this a big waste of her time? Or like, what's going on with Francis? Let's find out. Let's see what's going on with that. Blue, I mean, you waited so long, Blue. We got the best tarot deck ever right here. We got the best tarot deck ever. It's the only one I keep in the bag, Blue. It's the only one that I keep in the bag. Prince Jace the First. Oh, wait a minute. Is that a Magic the Gathering thing? Prince Jace. Is that a Magic the Gathering thing? If so, you win the internets. You literally win the internets tonight. Prince, you know that, right? You know I'm a big Magic the Gathering fan. I mean, I'm just saying. Anyway, all right. Let's go with Blue. Blue's waited like a year. Blue donated back in 2014, okay? They waited like a long-ass time. Let's see what's going on with this. Francis' feelings for me. I like the feelings of the Capricorn. Do they feel anything? King of Cups says, yeah, they do, right? They do have some level of feeling. It's not that intense. It's sort of something that needs to be sort of cultivated. It's something that needs to sort of be over time. It just sort of gets better and all of this other stuff. So, I just think that's where it happened. I think that's what's happening here. The Fool says, let's get started. Let's get running. Let's make it happen. I think that is one of the big things. Let's just make it happen here. 3 of Cups, the celebratory action, the good thing and all that. Ling is going to meet him. Well, Ling, hopefully your reading's correct. You can watch it, Ling, in 4 readings from now. Anyway, but yeah, 3 of Cups is a celebratory, a good thing. We have some good feelings overall. Ace of Swords is they want to communicate. They want to get back in touch. I think that's going to be the key, right? The Ace of Swords with the Fool, they are going to get in touch. They are going to sort of reach out, make it happen. And the King of Cups is so powerful here. It is such a great card here. Normally, it's kind of isolated out on an island, but I really don't think it's too isolated with this individual. I really think that they're pretty focused on where they go. I think they have some feelings. I think the feelings ain't half bad. You're just going to have to give them some time to cultivate it. Karina is next. Karina's like, yo, when am I next? I've been waiting just as long, and if not longer, but I understand. I understand that. What about when? Okay. When my relationship just finished without any explanation, he don't love me anymore. Oh man, that sounds like the beginning of a country song. The beginning of the country song. Oh, Prince Jace. Oh, I got you. Named because you're first born in the family. Very cool. Very cool indeed. Anyway, Karina, thank you for your amazing donation over there. Appreciate the generosity. All right. Let's see. We got dumped. It sounds like we just got dumped. It's harsh. 3 of Wands. Man. 7 of Cups. 3 of Swords. Oh, wow. This is why I love tarot. This is why I love tarot. Because it really represents what you're going through. Like, you could have gotten all sorts of stupid cards, right? The tarot doesn't want that. The tarot wants to express itself. The tarot wants to communicate with you. This is why I love... This is why I come back every night. Every single night. This is why I come back. 3 of Swords, the heartbreak, just the anguish that is there, holding our head in our hand. The Hierophant, they're moving on, find somebody else. The 7 of Cups, they found another opportunity, another love, because they were looking for another love indeed. Karina, the tarot is basically saying they found somebody else. They found somebody else. Obviously, Karina, this is entertainment purposes only, but the tarot is representing a lot of things about, I need somebody else. I need to find somebody else. I need to go forth with a different relationship. 3 of Wands indicated they've been looking for a little while. I mean, they've been scanning around. They've been looking. They were trying to figure it out. They've been like, who's next? A 7 of Cups said they sort of skated through and they found somebody that they like, and they left you in the dust. 3 of Swords, upset, the emotional stuff. The Hierophant says that, sometimes it's harsh. Sometimes it's the way it goes, though. So tarot is just saying, I think they still loved you, but they found somebody else that they wanted to explore with. So, I mean, I'm just saying. Actually, I think they'll be back. I think they'll be back. I think they'll be back. That's a longer kind of thing, but yeah, I wouldn't. I think they'll be back. Whether you want to accept them back or not is up to you, considering they just dumped you. But, I mean, if somebody dumps me, I'm pretty much done with them. I'm just saying. If you're like, I'm going to go with somebody else, I'll be like, okay, cool. Don't come back. Do not come back, because you will not be welcome. But, yeah, I don't know. I just think, I don't know. That's just my thing, though. That's not for everybody. A lot of people are like, I love this person. I need them. This is my soul. What have you? I mean, I don't know. I just say if you dump me, you're done. So that's just my policy. Everybody has their own little thing, I guess. Anyway, Violet Lotus, it was a very generous donation. Violet Lotus, thank you so much. You coming in next. Oh, wait, Big Cleo's actually next. Big Cleo's got the double shot? Yeah, double shot. Will Z say sorry to me, or will we break up for real, Zors? Oh, my. I don't know. I don't know. Victorian Romantic. Oh, man. Victorian Romantic doesn't mess around. Maybe it's been sitting next to the Thoth too much or something. I don't know. The Victorian Romantic kind of harsh tonight. I'm just saying. I mean, you got to be gentle with these. I mean, you got these new people coming in. They're like, I don't know, who's this fat man reading and then all of a sudden, they get the Victorian Romantic, and the Victorian Romantic just gets like a hammer and just like whacks them upside the kneecap or something. Yeah, it's kind of rude. It's kind of rude. The new people are just like, that's really rude. I can't do that. Anyway, was easily sorry to me, or will we break up for real, Zors? Woo! Man. Are they going to say sorry? No. And no. And no. This is a weird one. Well, is the Fool them breaking up? Is the Fool them teasing you and then leaving? Why we have a 3 of Wands over here? They scanning. They're looking for something better, looking for something different. 3 of Wands. Or the 3 of Cups is traditionally a cheating card. Well, not traditionally. It's a celebration card. But it does have the cheating aspect into it. We need more cards. 8 of 1. Oh, no, they're out. I'm sorry. Your breakup for realsors. Yeah, the realsies breakup is upon you. The 8 kind of seals it, right? You got that 3. We're kind of looking, but then you got like the really rude 8. It's like, we were kind of looking. Oh, by the way, we're out of here. We were kind of looking. By the way, we're out of here, right? The page. I'm not really interested in a whole lot of communication about this. It's not something I really want to apologize for. So we're going to go with a for reals breakup in this situation. If you had a or B choice, it looks like the for reals breakup. Okay, now the next question is kind of already answered. Will Z and I continue to date as a couple? That last reading was kind of harsh, Big Cleo can take it, though. I mean, Big Cleo's not new. So Big Cleo's been around. Big Cleo's like, just give it to me, just throw it down there. Throw it down there. All right, we're going to continue to date. No, they got something else. And multitasking CEO, moving on. I don't think you're going to continue to date. No, Julie, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. The Hanged Man, it's just... it's too separate. It's too separate, but that's the way it is. That is so. Amber, I'm taking donations all night. Amber, go right ahead. We're going strong. We're going long and strong, like a long duck dong. Okay. But by the way, if you get the movie reference, you win the internet. If you get the movie reference I just dropped, thumbs up for you. No, you're not going to continue to date as a couple. The Sun, they're going to be moving on to bigger, better things. We're riding into the distance, making it happen. Hanged Man, a little bit of a celebration, a little bit of a disconnect, there, but the way it is. Now, no, in other words, no, you're not gonna be there. Now, Ling is actually going to meet S right now. Ling is actually headed out this very minute to see S. And they're going to see. Amber wins the internet. Amber scores. Amber shoots and Amber scores. That is my Amber and Maruta. That's one of my favorite, and Andrew, one of my favorite movies ever. Anyway, that's, true story. Christina has not seen that movie. So I'm like, Jesus Christ, Christina, you need to see this movie immediately. She's like, no, I really don't think it's my thing. I'm like, are you serious? Anyway, so y'all, okay, next time Christina's on the stream, you need to talk her into seeing 16 Candles because apparently she's not into that or something. I don't know. Well, we need to talk her into it. Y'all need to gather around and have a talk with her. Say, look, you need to be watching that, okay? Anyway, S's current feelings for me romantically, we're going to meet him. I think meeting him is going to be perfect, right? You got the star. This looks beautiful. I like it. I love it. A Page of Coins says that this is something that's developing over time. It's sort of moving in the right direction, and it just feels good. It feels good. And that's what you're looking at here, right? 6 of Coins, the opportunity is true. It is very inherent. And the star, we got to get together. That is indeed. So Christina, which one didn't you see? Which one? So Christina saying to me, you lie. Which one didn't you see? There's one of those you didn't see. I don't know if it was Better Off Dead, 16 Candles, Breakfast. One of those. I remember you mentioning that you didn't see it. Anyway, the star. The star says that you're going to be together. Ling, this is looking really good. So I know you're on your way to meeting, and I think that's going to be something that you're pretty excited about. I'm just saying. You're going to be pretty excited about overall. I like it. Anyway, we got Big Cleo. We already did. Lisa's coming in again. Something I can add or remove to my mic to make things better. Amber, thank you for your double donation. I appreciate that. Let's see what you can add. Let's see what you can remove. Let's see what's going on with all of that. What's going on with all of this? We can add. What can we remove? Hermit. Damn. You got to take other people's advice. I think this is something to where I think you've had some bad advice before. That's fine. You got to learn to just not be the hermit. Right? You got to learn to accept people. You got to learn to accept their advice. You got to learn to be like, okay, I think you got a point, or okay, I want to try that, or something like that. I think so. Like Christina has given me some advice before of stuff I've never even heard of before. And then I start it and I start messing around with it. I'm like, this is damn amazing. Like, this is one of the best things ever. So it's one of these things where you have to open up to something like that and see what's going on, see where things are going to be. Because I think that it's not like one thing or two things or something like that. This is something where you're expanding over time, where people mention this, mention that, and you try it out, and it's amazing, right? The Hermit, just get out and definitely make some friends and listen to friends and sort of try out some new things there. The Ten of Cups is going to be something as well. I think being sort of set up at home and be optimized for what you're doing, be optimized for where you're going, what you're doing. Wild World Tarot, you are 5 away. You're 5 readings away. Wild World Tarot. Here is the cue. So you're looking at something where you need to be set up for success. Wild World Tarot, you're here and we are here. So you're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Set up for success at home. In other words, what can you rearrange? What can you do to stop wasting as much time, right? So tweak things at home, make life better. When I'm painting, for example, I used to have the palette over here and the canvas was way over here. So I go all the way to the palette, I'd mix some stuff, and I go all the way to the canvas and be like, no, all the way to the palette. Now I got a palette that I hold and it's like right next to the canvas. So I'll mix, try, mix, try, mix, try. Tweak stuff like that. That's going to be cool, right? Julie, thanks for the other donation. Overall, the 8 of Swords says, don't be restricted in your thinking. Think outside of the box. That is going to be something you could add to. Think outside of the box. Think weird, wild, unexpected, and really wacky, and let it culminate. Let it go. I think a lot of times you're like, okay, I need to do it. It needs to be in this proper order. It needs to be in this proper thing. No, nothing needs to be proper. Nothing needs to be proper. Nothing needs to be proper indeed. Not at all. Not at all. Violet Lotus, did you skip me? Violet Lotus, you were coming up next. Yeah, you were coming up next. All right, use a thought. Is Mr. B a friend or a foe? And is he trustworthy? Lotus, let's find out if they are trustworthy or not. What is going on? What is going on indeed? Mr. B, friend or a foe? Or usable? Use thought, and I'm not using the thought. You know? By the way, this is very difficult to multitask the stream. I'm just using excuses here, but I'm just saying, it's legit. It's legit. It's very difficult to multitask the stream because I got like 13 things I'm doing at the same time. I got 13 different things that I'm doing at the same time. Anyway, we're doing the thought right now. All right, Mr. B, a friend or a foe, or are they trustworthy? When you ask for the thought, you're playing with fire. You're playing with fire because you don't know what you're going to get with this thing. Oh, man. Yeah, they are. They're okay. They're okay, right? I wouldn't just, this 6 is just so nice. It's just so nice. They are trustworthy. They are a friend. They're not a foe, right? There's something they're bringing in a little bit of a different emotion of what you're used to. They're bringing in maybe different messages than what you're accustomed to, what you're used to, what you want to deal with. I think that they bring you stuff that you're like, oh, red flag. I think they do, right? I think Mr. B is not a walking red flag, but they do have the occasional thing that comes out of their mouth that says red flag. I think you're sort of stuck on that, right? Because sometimes they just have some ideas, they have some things where you're just not quite prepared, and you're just like, I'm not really sure how to take this or anything like that, but, the way it goes. 4 of Cups just says sort of deal with it the way you need to deal with it, because it's still a good flowing card, even though, the Rider-Waite Smithy wanted thought, this is the thought. Amber, thank you for so much your donation. Overall, don't let them load you up with too much stuff. I think that is the only key point away from here. Takeaway is don't let them load you up with too much stuff, because they will. I think there's something about them to where they're just going to load you up. And I really don't think you want to be loaded up like that. So be cautious, be careful about what you commit to, because I think there is a limit about what you need to do with that. Anyway, sorry I multitasked you straight out of that. I apologize. All right, let's see. Have I applied for my next long-term job yet? YouTube user is next. Have I applied to the next long-term job yet? Intuitively, I said no. Just like if you want just intuition, we still got to do an intuition-only reading. I just say no for that. But let's see. Let's see. Six of Swords? No. Six of Cups? No. Nine of Wands? No. No, I just don't think you have. I just don't think you applied for your next good job. Six of Swords is going to take longer than you expect to find the job that you're kind of settled in, right? Settled in meaning this is going to be something to do long term, what have you. Six of Swords says it takes a little bit longer. It is a journey. Six of Cups says you need to meet the right people, and that is going to be the most difficult part. Overall, the Knight of Wands says don't be afraid to keep trying, because this is something you are going to get frustrated with, but you just need to be consistent. You just need to keep trying. I think that is going to be your universal key there. But no, you have not applied to your next long-term job just yet. Anne is back. Anne had a couple of things. Anne, why is B proud of me even though we separated? Oh, that's interesting. Why? Well, that's a good question. Why are they proud of you? Did they say they're proud of you? Did they say they're proud of you? Did they actually said that? They're like, yo, Anne, I'm proud of you, girl. Did that come out of their mouth? That's weird. That's weird. Maybe they just like you still. Maybe they want to hook up. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what it says. Crystals and Paint, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. All right. Be proud of you. Ace of Swords, I got to say it. Three of Wands, the Hermit. They want to keep the communication lines open. They just want to they want to keep the communication lines open, right? It's not something where they want to hit it and quit it or something like that. They just feel like they just want to keep the communication lines open. They're just being nice, right? Ace of Swords. Reversed. I don't really want to come back later and try to reinitiate something. I want to keep the lines open. I want to keep a friendly connection. Three of Wands says I always want to kind of keep an eye on you. I want to kind of be there for you and just be sort of supportive, right? I think being supportive is going to be an active thing here. The Hermit, I just don't want to be alone. I just don't want to be alone. I think I sort of say encouraging things, nice things to you. You'll stay around. You keep around. I think that's sort of the big deal. Anyway, I just think they're being nice. They're being nice. I want to keep the lights open. They want to be like, yeah, good deal. I like, you're cool, or all this stuff. Should I make a new account on Twitter for promoting my project or keep the same Twitter account? Twitter new or Twitter old? I mean, could have a Musk Twitter or something like that. Nine of Wands, not a pen. To keep the old one. Keep the old one. I think the old one is going to be better off for you. Nine of Wands, injured warrior, doesn't matter. Knight of Pentacles, be proud of where you are, where you're at, and what you're doing. I think just keep the old one. Yeah, pretty clear. Pretty clear with that. All right, we're going to go to the next one, which is it Julie? Is it Julie? Maybe. Julie's got the triple shot tonight. Look at you, Julie, all fancy up there. Is it still looking good for me to get the Lincoln nursing staff job? I remember this one. Being just nice. This was just, it wasn't like just super duper or anything like that. I think it's just like, well, I think it was just nice. You had a good opportunity with that. I think it looked really good. Anyway, so it's still looking good, right? So times have changed. We got like a week since the last time you had asked about it. So it's still looking good. King of Swords, Princess of Wands. I think so. The Seven of Cups is an interesting card, but kind of a wild looking card there, but the way it is. Seven of Cups with a King of Pentacles. This is a solid job. King of Pentacles, you didn't have the King of Pentacles. I think you had either the Eight of Pentacles or the 10 of, you had some Pentacles with the other one. They just kind of said to me that this is going to be pretty solid. King of Pentacles is the same way, right? Solid job, good for you, going to be nice there. Princess of Wands, this is going to be something I want to chase with a fiery enthusiasm. And the King of Swords. You just have a lot. You're going to meet people here that make a difference in your career. That's what I'm telling you now. You're going to meet some people that make a difference. You got a king, you got a princess, you got another king. It's like you're making these connections, right? That really matter, that really make a difference in here. So I think it's pretty powerful and pretty cool indeed. So yeah, it's still looking good. Julie also wanted to know, about? How's C and Monique getting along? Will they be breaking up anytime soon? Anytime soon. By the way, we're ending soon. We're ending soon. We got Julie finishing up. Julie's here. We got two more. We got Amber with a triple shot. We got Crystals in Paint with a cat. Wild World Terror. We got Emma. We're just going to end it after that. We're going to wrap it up. So sort of wrapping up the night a little bit, and kind of seeing where it goes. How are they getting along? Are they breaking up? Are they going to stay together? Is this a soulmates for lifers? Soulmates for lifers? Maybe. Oh, Four of Cups, High Priestess, the Five of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. They are not getting along too. The problem is this just this conflict, this emotional angst that is holding itself over here, right? Four of Cups. I'm not getting what I need in the relationship. I think that's the problem. That is sort of the hitch here. I'm not getting what I need in the relationship. The Four of Cups. High Priestess just says they're closing down, right? I'm not communicating anymore. I'm closing down. I'm not quite prepared. And the Five of Swords, the Lord of Defeat, just says overall it ain't working. Ultimately, the Queen of Cups says they're just going to be this emotional outburst and they're just going to end it, okay? So I don't think it's soon, like immediately, like tomorrow kind of soon, but I do think that this is on the fritz and it is on the outs. It is on the outs. Well, thank you, Julie, for your generous donations. As always, hope you have a fantastic evening. Right now, we're going with Wild World Tarot. Wild World Tarot is like I donated 9 years ago. That fat dude on YouTube, all he does is read. Why can't he read my question? And your questions now? Your question is now that I got to it. Wild World Tarot. I got to it. Let's see, Wild World Tarot. How soon will I reunite with my person? Let's see if that's going to be a good reuniting going on with that. We're going to use the Mons Tarot. Mons Tarot is over there. Man, you know what I don't use is that damn Cosmic Beings Tarot. I got to use it. I'm going to use that next. All right. Wild World Tarot. Like the Five of Swords. Seven of Swords means you will reunite. Man, you got a lot of swords, dude. You got a lot of swords. Seven of Swords is my reuniting card. If you haven't been here before, by the way, if you haven't been here before, hit that like and sub button. I'm just saying. I'm a YouTuber. You know I'm going to beg for a sub and a like. Come on. Seven of Swords is my coming back into a relationship or reuniting, right? Two cards. Two big cards for that. Number one is Judgment, the Rebirth, the Reincarnation. You knew that. Number two is a very sort of an obscure definition that I have, and it's in my book. It is in my book, by the way. Seven of Swords, link in the description. Seven of Swords talks about coming back to a relationship. Why? They're sneaking out. I know this is kind of the cheating card or what have you. Sure, it can do that. It can do 100 things. But Dice Controller, thank you for your donation. But the Seven of Swords are looking back, right? They're looking back because they know they're coming back. They're looking back. And part of this is because he's part of the circus, right? If you look at my tarot deck, link in the description for that too. You look at my tarot deck, I have a clown leaving the circus. So they're a part of this relationship. They're leaving it, but they're looking back because they know they will be back. So yeah, will they reunite? Yes, they will reunite. So we got that. We got part one of the reading that you waited a year for. You will reunite. Thumbs up. Pretty easy thumbs up for that. Now, Five of Swords says this ain't going to be anytime soon. It just ain't, right? It just isn't going to be anytime soon. You got a night and you got another night with the movement happening. So you got to kind of go with what you know. You got to kind of go with what you know. Let's go with the deck and wheel, right? The deck and wheel. You look at the deck and wheel, like where are the cards at? So we got the two knights over here. Interesting, but not something, more of a movement card kind of thing. You got the Seven of Swords. So I'm coming back, really leaning right now on the Five of Swords. Really leaning right now on the Five of Swords. Can we also get on the Seven of Swords? So if you look on the deck and wheel, you find an interesting pattern here. The Five and the Seven of Swords are in Aquarius, a fixed sign. They're in Aquarius, a fixed sign. You're looking at January, February. Do I think it's going to be that long? No. I think that the movement over here speeds that up some. So I'm really going to kind of say September. Really going to kind of say August is a stretch. August is a stretch. I'm saying September, right? Because you do have these two on the deck and wheel in Aquarius. You are looking at January, February, but I think it's sped up by the two nights, the two movement cards over here, in my opinion. I think you're looking at September. So I think you are getting back. Anyway, that is how soon. There's like an exact. There's like an exact kind of thing. By the way, if you don't know what the deck and wheel is, like, where the hell have you been? Where have you been? I mean, we can add a source for this. Well, let's go ahead and add a source right now. Let's call it the deck and wheel. By the way, if you don't know what this is, you don't know how to use it, you don't know anything about it, I teach you everything. I teach you everything about this in my Patreon stream. In case you're like unfamiliar and whatnot. So anyway, so you can get it and you can kind of wander around here and you can look at where cards are and there's dates associated with it, there's signs associated with it, all of that other stuff. Anyway, so I mean, if you're wondering how you use this, again, get on the Patreon. The Patreon has all of this information. In fact, we're covering this deck and wheel in you can also use a little bit of astrology as well, sort of astrology wheel. Where is this located? What kind of things are we doing? Where are we trending? Is this going to be a bad card versus a good card with that? Anyway, I mean, hop on the Patreon. This is where you get all the cool info. Anyway, Emma is next. How does S&J feel about my songs? I mean, I think your songs are a hit. Let's find out what they think about it, though. Let's grab. You know, I keep talking about my deck, and there it is. There is my deck indeed. All right, whoa. The Justice card's like, I want to be in this reading. It's like, oh, okay, Justice card, we can be in this reading because Emma wants to know, how does S and J feel about my songs? Justice card is so nice, right? Justice card is kind of nice when you have, you know, sort of getting somebody's reaction, you're sort of moving people. You're sort of moving them. You're definitely making a difference with that. You got the Ten of Pentacles. Ooh, they got the Imp. Ooh, they like it. Your songs bring them to a better place. Your songs bring them to a different place. That's what you wanted, Emma. That's what you want at the end of the day, right? You want your songs to move people. And I think they did. I really think they did. Ten of Pentacles. I feel at home. I feel like this took me somewhere. It's kind of like Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon, right? It takes you places. I thought that was interesting. Oh, by the way, I get on my phone and I'm like, Siri, play Dark Side of the Moon. And Siri goes, which one? I'm like, what the hell? What, is there more than one Dark Side of the Moon? Are you serious right now? I had to go look it up. I was just like, I was confused. I was like, Siri should know. Siri should know. I mean, what was it, 14 years on the top 100 albums? Siri should know. When I'm asking for Dark Side of the Moon, don't play whatever else is out there. I'm just saying. Anyway, it moves them. Ten of Pentacles makes me feel at home. It takes me somewhere interesting. It takes me to a place. So this is cool. And the Empress, it feels natural. It feels like it flows. It's because you have the flowing water and the Empress. The Empress feels so comfortable. It feels like it's a good place to be. Justice card feels like it's nice. It's just nice. They like your songs. They feel like it takes them places. It makes them, puts them in this mode or what have you. I think that's it. You got the waterfall deck today, Tracy. That is awesome. Thank you so much for your support, Tracy. I greatly appreciate you. Tracy is like my #1 fan on Patreon. Tracy's like on every stream. She's like everywhere. Tracy, you're my biggest. Let's get a big cheer for Tracy right now. Hooray! Tracy's just rocking it tonight. All right, Amber has 3 questions. We got Crystal, and then we're going to get out of here. Dice. We may do dice. Amber wants to know, will money flow better by the end of summer and fall? I mean, it's a valid question. It is a valid question indeed. Let's find out. Tracy, I got a video on how to shuffle big decks. Tracy, here's how you do it basically, Tracy. So you get it and you want to, I got small hands too. You get it, you break in half and you want to get the corners. You want to get the corners like this, right? And then you want to just go like that. So you want to get the corners and then you go like that. So you can see you got this good mesh. So just grab the corners and go like that, and that'll get you where you need to be. That'll get you where you need to be. Tracy, you can also do just varied shuffles, right? You can do kind of a falling shuffle, sort of a cascade shuffle like this. That's going to get you where you need to be. You can also do an overhand shuffle to where you just sort of get this and just go like that. That's going to get you where you need to be. You can also do, if your hands are really, really small, you can do an overhand shuffle from up top, right? So you can just be like this, just sort of, go like that, just overhand shuffle it, what have you, like that. Anyway, so there you go. There's a couple of ideas for you. Or you can just lay out all the cards and just do like dominoes, right? Just like dominoes it. Anyway, there's a ton. I got a video that covers all those. No link in the description. You have to actually hunt the video down. But yeah, it's in there somewhere. It's Sheila, what's going on? It's good to see you. All right. Will the money flow better by the end of the summer, fall? 3 opinions. I mean, not really. Not the thing about the money is it's about opportunities and starting something new. Do you have better opportunities? Gita, sure, why not? Gita, go ahead. Gita, screw it. I'm going to stay here all night. Do you have better opportunities? Do you have better things to make you money? Do you have better things that are happening? Yes. Will the money just come in organically, magically? No. You have better opportunities. The 3 of Pentacles. I have something I can do. I have something I can reach out. I have something I can make, right? 6 of Swords says I have an adventure. I have a journey I need to go on to get it. But that is what's going to be ultimately. The 2 of Cups says it's ultimately about finding the better money source, finding what you need. Because if you're way underwater with the money, it's going to be difficult to get it. 2 of Wands says the opportunities are there. You have to take your dominion seriously and make it happen. So basically, you have more opportunities. Summer's really a big open door for you, a big open door with some things that you can do, you can't get. So absolutely take advantage of that and make that happen. Amber's next question is getting a book published. Update, please. Okay. See if we can get an update happening. See if we can get a book published. Make it all happen. The Empress, the Hermit, and the 4 of Cups. Okay. Are you self-publishing? I mean, you have a few rejections waiting on you, right? You're offering it and they're just rejecting it. You got a couple of rejections in the queue. I mean, I think that's pretty obvious here. This is something where you may have to self-publish it, really, right? The Hermit, right? Go on my own, make it happen. Maybe I have to self-publish, what have you. Ultimately, the book is good. Ultimately, the book needs to be in people's hands, but it is kind of in that. Gita, thank you for your other donate, or thank you for your first donation. I appreciate that. Ultimately, I like it. Ultimately, I like the book. I like the ideas. I like it. But that Hermit says, I mean, you may have to look at self-publishing. It depends on how many rejections you get, figures on all of that other stuff and stuff. Yeah, Paula, it's just one of those. I'm just, I'm feeling the flow. I'm just going with the flow. HD's feelings towards me. HD is high definition. So hopefully they have some high definition feelings for you. Look at that. Oh, gee. Yeah, give up. Yeah, you need to go. Amber, you need to get out of there. Get the hell out of there. Amber, that is a thumbs down. You need to get out of that. 8 of Cups. No. The 10 of Wands. No. Amber, get out. Amber, entertainment purposes only. Never bake up somebody based on fat man reading your cards on the internet. But yeah, get out of there. Okay. Anyway, Gita, thank you again for your donation. Let's go with what you know. Let's go with what you know. Crystals and paint. Does my cat's spirit visit me sometimes? That cat really freaking loved you. Like, that's the first thing came out of my intuition. Like, and that sounds like really sappy and like, duh. But I'm just saying. Like, the first thing that popped in my head was the cat really, really was tied to you. Like, their soul was tied to you. It feels like there's a lot of sort of very, very powerful connection there that is going to be very difficult to let go of, unfortunately. Let's see. I had a cat deck. I don't know where it is. I reorganized my deck. As you can see, I have the Tarot Tower number 1 and 2. And I have the dog deck over there. Do I not have a cat deck? Like, I'm so in love with cats. Why the hell don't I have a cat deck? I don't know where it is. I know I have it. I just don't know where it is. So I guess we're going to go with the Dark Mansion. It's really weird. I know I have a dog deck right there. I'm looking at it. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. It's behind the monitor. It's behind the monitor. Tarot Tower number 1 and Tarot Tower number 2 are. Tarot Tower number 2 had the cat deck. It was behind the monitor because the monitor's kind of in the way. Anyway, I did find a cat deck. Never fear, the cat deck is here. Now, does my cat spirit visit me occasionally? Let's find out. See what's going on with the cat spirit. Why are we having 20 cards? Let's find out with the cat spirit. Oh, wow. Wow. Judgment, the rebirth, the reincarnation. The rebirth, the reincarnation is indeed. I really don't think this was your first life together. I mean, that sounds kind of sappy too, but I'm being legit here. Look at this. Just look. The return. Now, you know what I'm talking about all the time. I just lectured on this, right? I said the Seven of Swords, you're looking back, but you're leaving, but you're looking back. I don't think this was y'all's first connection. I think that you had that cat in a previous life. I think that cat has been around. Judgment, rebirth, reincarnation. Again, I think it was a karmic connection with the soul. I think that was why it was so powerful, why it was so amazing, and why they just really had a good shared time together. A good shared time together. Anyway, ultimately, you just have to kind of deal with it. But yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. I think in your next life, you will meet again. I really do. I really think that is a thing. So yeah, judgment, rebirth, reincarnation doesn't really mess around. This is a pretty clear reading, right? But yeah, I think this was a karmic connection. I think that you will see them again. I think that is going to be, something in the next life where you have a very powerful connection. Anyway, we got Dice and Gita. Might as well you deal with both. I said I was ending soon, but then I changed my mind because, I'm kind of flaky like that. Anyway, let's go with the Dark Mansion Tarot with this one. What's the outcome of using a spirit I picked out? Using a spirit I picked out. You picked out a spirit? Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what that means, but we're going to go with it. What is the outcome of using a spirit that I picked out? The outcome is that this is a very good outcome. I think you I think you did a good job of selecting, right? The Ace of Cups. This is a good new connection. This is a good something that we can go in, we can launch forward, we can make it happen. Ace of Cups says this is going to be very good indeed. It's a good beginning, right? It's a good beginning of a connection. Ace of Cups is always there. Four of Swords. Be careful how you use the spirit, right? Be careful how you use it, because I think that's the key point. Four of Swords is about waiting and planning, waiting and evaluating, waiting and planning. You don't want to just aimlessly use this spirit, because the Judgment, rebirth, reincarnation almost says you have a limited time or limited opportunity with the spirit or with the abilities or the power, what have you, of whatever is coming in there. And Gita is last tonight. Gita wants to know, what are the Sagittarius feelings towards me? Let's get a little Sagittarius action going over here and see if they got some good feelings, bad feelings, what's going on with the Sag. Making it happen with the Sag. 3 Wands, a Hierophant, the 7 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Pentacles. Is this an X? Is it an X? This is a rough read for just like a new encounter. Is this an X? It's like the 7 of Pentacles. Overall, it's worthy of your time. It's worthy of your time. Do you get instant results? Julie, you are next. Julie, I got you covered. You are next. Do you get instant results? No. 7 of Pentacles is something that needs to build over time and needs to make it happen. 5 of Pentacles you just have like this big hit, like it not working, not functioning, not being where you need to be. But it's worthy of your time, and it's difficult. It's difficult because it feels like it's not worthy of your time sometimes, right? We're walking this longer journey. It's just, it's good. It's good. I think the feelings are good. I think the feelings are pretty good. It gets serious, but then it gets not serious. It's like it gets serious and it backs off. It gets serious and it backs off. There's something weird going on with cyclic patterns here. 3 of Wands kind of says so, right? It kind of says that this is something where it's off and on, a little bit off and on, but well worth your time. There's a lesson to be learned here. It's like there's a lesson being dragged into your life that you need to experience, that you need to live. And I think that ultimately the lesson's going to be odd, but it's worthwhile to experience it. Just saying. It's kind of weird reading, but it's worthwhile to experience the lesson. But it is definitely a growing opportunity in there. And the question that we missed was, Julie, is ours feeling for me growing? Let's find out if we have an expansion. We have a thing going on with that. I think that's going to be interesting indeed. Julie, sorry about that. Matt, hitting my multitasking limit. Maybe I should not be skipping around. I think I missed two people's readings tonight. I think skipping around, I need to get some better system to make it better. I need to work on my program and make some sort of a system to where I can skip around, but I don't lose track of question 2, 3, 5, 6, whatever, right? Anyways, ours feelings for me growing. Chariot says yes, it is moving along, it is expanding, it's making it happen. 6 of Wands. 6 of Wands is kind of a growing card, right? Because you have people rooting for you, you have this expansion, you have this nice thing there. You have 2 sixes. Sixes is all about finding the harmony in the feelings, finding the harmony in the connection. I think that's going to be very powerful indeed. Justice says we need to not have expectations coming into this, right? Because there is sort of this level of having some expectations and the expectation not being fulfilled, and then all of a sudden we're in a weird position. Overall, it is growing, but don't watch for it to grow. Let it grow organically, let it happen organically, and I think that is going to be the big thing here, because the 6 of Wands says we're looking at a Lord of Victory. 6 of Cups, these 2 sixes really about harmony, really about making things happen, really about making everything sort of be joyous and very focused. I think you have a good connection here there. So yes, ultimately the feelings are growing, but have no expectations. But you can expect me to be back tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here. I will work on a better system so don't forget people. Anyway, thank you. I appreciate it. See you tomorrow.